Ever wondered why the chicken really crossed the road? Well, you're in for a treat. You see, it's not about escaping a hungry farmer or seeking greener pastures. This chicken, our protagonist, is unique. She's got jokes, she's got style, she's got a peculiarly human-like sense of humor. She's not your average poultry. She's a poultry with pizzazz. So sit tight as we unravel the real reason our feathered friend decided to hop onto the other side of the road. Our chicken, let's call her Clucky, was no ordinary chicken. Clucky was a bird of a different feather, if you pardon the pun. She had a distinct flair for the dramatic and a wit sharper than any rooster's crow. You see, Clucky had a passion that was, let's say, unusual for a chicken. She loved stand-up comedy. From the crack of dawn till the sun kissed the horizon goodnight, Clucky would be, well, clucking around, honing her skills. She would strut around the coop, delivering one-liners to the hens, practicing her timing with the rooster, and even trying her hand at observational humor with the farm dog. She had a dream, a big dream, to become the first chicken comedian. Her jokes were extraordinary, and her punchlines simply exceptional. There was just one tiny snag in her grand plan, a small hurdle if you will. But Clucky had one tiny problem. She was a chicken, and the world of comedy was a human's game. One day, Clucky saw an advertisement for an open mic night at the local comedy club. Now you must understand, Clucky isn't your average chicken. She's a chicken with ambition, a chicken with dreams. And one of those dreams, to make the world laugh, of course. So upon seeing the advertisement, Clucky was ecstatic. She knew this was her moment, her chance to shine. But then a wave of fear washed over her. She had never performed in front of humans before. She was a chicken after all. But then she remembered the age-old advice. Feel the fear and do it anyway. And with that, she decided to take the plunge. Clucky spent the next few days preparing for her comedy routine. She practiced her jokes in front of the barn animals. The pigs were her toughest critics, while the cows were easier to please. She even tried a few puns on the scarecrow, but it didn't bat an eyelid. Tough crowd, she thought. She spent hours rehearsing her punchlines, perfecting her timing. She even tried on a few outfits, finally settling on a little bow tie. She thought it gave her a sophisticated yet approachable look. The day of the open mic night finally arrived. Clucky felt a flutter of nerves in her stomach. She looked at herself in the mirror, straightened her bow tie and said, "You got this, Clucky." And off she went, strutting her stuff down the dusty path towards the comedy club. She ignored the strange looks from passers-by. She was a chicken on a mission after all. As she approached the club, she took a deep breath, fluffed her feathers, and stepped through the door. The club was buzzing with chatter and laughter. The smell of popcorn filled the air. It was everything she had imagined and more. Clucky made her way to the backstage area. She could hear the murmur of the crowd, the clinking of glasses. She took one last look at her reflection, gave herself a nod of approval and said, "Let's do this." And then it was time for Clucky to cross the road. So why did Clucky cross the road, you ask? Well, let's break it down. It wasn't because she had a sudden craving for chicken feed on the other side, or because it's ingrained in chicken DNA to take risky road-crossing adventures. No, it's something a bit more humorous and I dare say inspirational. You see, Clucky had a dream bigger than the barnyard, bigger even than the farm itself. She didn't just want to cluck around aimlessly pecking at the ground. Clucky wanted to make people laugh. She wanted to be a stand-up comedian. Yes, you heard it right, a chicken with a dream to be a comedian. So she crossed the road, not out of some chicken instinct, but because she wanted to reach the comedy club on the other side. She strutted up on that stage, feathers ruffled, beak pointed high, and she told her jokes. And oh boy, did she have the crowd rolling. Jokes about egg laying, about pecking orders, about those ridiculous roosters. She had them all. The audience was left in stitches, their laughter echoing throughout the club. Clucky had done it. She had achieved her dream. She had crossed the road, not just physically, but metaphorically too. She had crossed a barrier, broken a stereotype, and had become the first chicken stand-up comedian. And that, my friends, is why Clucky the chicken really crossed the road. To get to the other side, yes, but also to make her dreams come true. So next time you hear the old joke, remember Clucky, our feathered friend who dreamed big and dared to step out, not just to cross the road, but to stand on a stage and tickle a crowd. A chicken, yes, but also a comedian, a dreamer, and a game changer. So let's challenge those stereotypes, eh? Who says chickens can't tell jokes? because sometimes a chicken crosses the road not just to get to the other side, but to crack a joke or two along the way.